How you doing, Dr. Pirtle? Sean Moorhouse here. What I'm going to be talking about today is an action potential. First, we need to start off with an excitable cell, which is a neuron or a cell that is able to produce an action potential. First thing we need to cover is that there are positive ions on both sides, the sodium and potassium ions, and they all have their own individual gates, which are the sodium gates, which are voltage-gated sodium gates, and the potassium voltage-gated gates. And when an action potential enters the cell or is occurring, what is happening is there is an influx of sodium ions which come into the cell, and all these are opening. The potassium voltage-gated ions gates open as well in synchronization as the charge is going down the cell. So you have a flood of positive coming in. So you have positive, 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 and it's all coming in the cell, creating this to become positive. As it's coming down the cell, the gates become inactive as it passes, allowing it to stay positive for a little bit, and the charge to go back to an equilibrium back down here. What happens is you have your threshold, which is right here. I don't know if you can see that in blue. So this is before, and then you have your stimulus, creates action potential, this whole thing. This is depolarization coming up. Then it comes over here, overshoots, comes over the charge, it becomes positive charge, it's an overshoot. It's repolarizing coming down. When it becomes more negative than it was originally, it is hyperpolarizing, and then when it's on its way back up to where it was, that is repolarizing. During this moment, when it's back down in hyperpolarization slash repolarization, that is called a refractory period. Now, at this period, there cannot be another action potential because no matter the strength of the stimulus. So the membrane permeability during this, it opens up, so it allows things to come in, and then when it's at rest, it goes back to normal, which pumps out the sodium, and the potassium comes back in, and then it's solid. Nothing can get in or out without that action potential occurring again. The extracellular fluid during this action potential becomes more negative than the intercellular fluid or just intracellular compounds, and that's what creates the massive depolarization in the cell. Thank you very much. That's all I got.